Hey everybody, and welcome back to Keeping It Real with Tiff and Carl. I'm Carl Raven.
And that's yes. And we are not split screen today,
As you can see, we are live and in person. Or you can't see, but
but
we're
we are.
joining on YouTube. We're here.
That's right.
We actually inadvertently both got scheduled in the same place for 2 days even.
In 2 days, it was like cosmic.
Yeah. I get a text saying, "Hey, are you going to be in Bakersfield?" I'm like, "Yeah." Are you? She goes, "Yeah." In the same locations even, which is kind of weird.
We didn't plan it, but we also ended up at the same hotel, which we didn't plan. And we didn't know till we were like, where are you at? Well, where are you at? So we could meet up. And we're at the same place. And that is cosmic. Cosmic.
Cosmic Kismet.
Yep. I love it.
Yeah. And, we got a special room set up for us.
Yes, we do.
A wonderful person. Thank you very much. Yes.
It's appreciation.
Yes,
Appreciation.
absolutely.
Yesterday and they told me no, because I asked today and somebody else said yes. And so that tells you never stop asking because somebody's no, somebody else's yes. And you just have to keep asking and you shall receive. And I received and we received because here we are in the conference room.
Thomas Edison heard 1,009 no's.
And they heard yes.
It's 1,010.
You only need one yes. That's the beautiful thing. You need one yes.
That's called splitting staff, by the way.
Love it. Love it.
One staff member says, "No, let me go ask the other staff member."
Exactly. Hey, and you know who to ask when you want to know, and you know who to ask when you want a yes.
That's right.
I wanted a yes. I knew who to ask, and I got a yes. Happy.
So, Tiff,
What's that?
I'm holding in my hot little hands a pen that says giving the gift, coaching, and training. And so I was just thinking, probably be a perfect time to give your plugs.
Shameless plug. Also included on that pen is the website, www.givingthegiftcoaching.com. I left that as a little treat, and I'll say reciprocity is the word of the day. I was in Bakersfield last week, and someone had left a pen in the room, and I really liked the pen, and so I stole the pen. But as a way of stealing the pen, I also left a pen in its wake, and that was the pen. And Carl found the pen today, which was beautiful because I didn't give him the pen. He found it in the wild. But I said, keep the pen, and if you don't have one, I'll give you one. But it's a good pen.
Yeah.
It's a really good pen. They write well. I'm a pen snob, so it's a very good writing pen. And so I give those out as little gifts to people. I know it's a pen, but pens are special and important. That's how you write down your dreams if you don't have a pen. How do you sign autographs if you don't have a pen? You need a pen. Like the cops are coming. We're in Bakersfield. We gotta watch out.
Yeah, and we're in we're in the part of Bakersfield that cops do come by. So yeah. But that's all right. Our hotel's secure.
Cleared my warrants. I'm fine. They're not coming for me. At least not today. I'm on my best behavior.
It's okay. I got money in my books, so I'm good.
Beautiful.
Yeah. We say it's a pen one more time. I'm going to think of Stand and Deliver. Did you ever watch that?
I love Stand and Deliver.
You remember when he has a heart attack? He's doing English as a second language. It's the pen. It's the pencil. Un momento, por favor. One moment, please. And he passes out. So, but it is very cool to be in the same space and got to have a nice little fun dinner with Tiffany and her wonderful husband David.
Yeah.
And we had some low price, high quality bar food. Enjoyed it immensely. And I need to make sure that I remember to go to my car after this to get it. Otherwise, it's a waste because it's not sitting in the fridge. So,
Can I tell you, it's my favorite kind of food. And like, I like to go to bars even if I'm not drinking. I just love like the social aspects of bars. I just enjoy like being able to sit next to complete strangers and have like a full-on conversation. And I make friends everywhere. Like Tomas, there was a guy at the end of the bar. He taught me, I'm gonna put y'all on something. Tomas ordered nachos with the chips on the side. Make that make sense, right? But it's literally the whole toppings on the plate. where you scoop it with the chip and you never have a soggy chip. And I told him, Tomas, you've changed my life. And so the next day I ordered the nachos with the chips on the side, and I will never, ever, ever in the history of ever have nachos any other way. It was the best thing I've ever had. So Tomas, if you're out there, Tomas from North Hollywood, you have changed my life, and I appreciate you so much. He's a good dude. I wish him well.
North Hollywood. What is he doing in Bakersfield?
He is working for the Amazon warehouse doing construction and building. He's building things. He's making things.
He's building buildings.
He's building buildings and he's putting drywall up for this warehouse here for Amazon. And he's a cool young man. He's buying his first home.
Hmm.
He's buying his first home in North Hollywood, and he's not going to live there. He's going to rent it out, but he's building an empire. And he's a young man. He's like less than 30. I got his whole life story last week. We're back.
Obviously, yeah.
Again, that's why I love bars. You get to talk to people and hear their life stories. But he's a very intelligent, very, very cool dude. And I appreciate him. He gave me a hug today. And I love that because I'm a hugger.
I probably would have enjoyed him as well, except he was wearing a Dodger hat. So
He likes good teams. He likes winning teams. So, I mean, he's a winner.
so moving forward, and
He's a winner. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I don't know who's the reigning world champ in baseball right now.
wait, you're not from LA.
Not close enough. I'm closer to LA than any other. Well, I'm close to the Padres too. You know, the only reason I like the Padres, Manny Machado. He used to be a Dodger, but I love Manny Machado. He's a punk, and I love it. He's like got such a bad attitude, but he hits really well.
I like Manny Machado a lot too.
I do too.
The only reason I like the Padres is because they're not the Dodgers. So, that's okay.
Sorry.
If we count in the Century World Series, we're still three. Yeah, that's okay. That's right. So, those of you from where I'm from, see, I just showed my balding spot. So, okay, we're not going to do that anymore. But, those of you who are from where I'm from, where you see the background there, you know who I'm talking about. So,
Los Gigantes.
yes, that's right.
Los Gigantes.
Okay.
Or Los Dodgers. We like the Dodgers.
So, Los Dodgers.
I like the Dodgers so much. My dog's name is Dodger. You know that, Dodger?
You did tell me that. I've tried to forget it, but I mean,
He's cute.
he's a cute dog, so I'll call him Doyer.
We call him Roger.
Yeah, Roger. Okay,
His
call him Roger.
name is Rogelio. We call him
Rogelio.
Rogelio.
Okay. Right, no, but I had a friend, my friend Carlos Tapia. I played baseball with him, and he's a year younger than me, but his grandpa was like one of the coolest, biggest baseball fans. We would have, we'd have snacks.
Mhm.
So we would have snacks, and then he'd provide extra snacks. And then when he did snacks, he would do like a whole freaking tray of sandwiches and stuff. But he played baseball, and I guess he played in the Dodgers minor league system. And he had this really big, booming voice, and he would talk to us and give us advice. When I used to play for the Dodgers, I still remember that. So all my friends from the Bay, it's always Los Dodgers. So I've been in respect to Carlos Tapia's grandpa. Here's to you, sir. One of my favorite.
We're doing after dark, so
right.
we can do what we want. We're off the clock. So
Another reason David Salcedo's the man is that he donated the beer.
So let me tell you, speaking of beer, Degenerate 101 class right now. We love the LA Beer Fest, and it's actually coming up. We try to go every year. They have it twice a year. They have it in April and they have it in October. And we try to make one or the other. Like, it's just a fun thing. There's like 200 breweries out there, and you can get it's like 50 or 60 bucks if you get the general admission, or $90 if you do VIP. But there's like 200 breweries from all around the state of California, like all over the world, because we get some from far, far away. But for 3 hours, you get like little tasters, and you can go to every brewery and try like all these different beers. And it's a good time. They also have swag, so usually I walk out of there with stickers and beer cozies and all kinds of stuff. So again, our tradition is to go the morning session, because they have one like 12 to 3, and then they have another one from 5 to 8. And we just got our tickets because it's April 5th. And we weren't going to go. I didn't think we were going to go, but like life just kind of balanced out where we could go. And I forgot the moral of the story, but I'm really excited about the LA Beer Fest. Oh, I remember what I was going to say. So that beer that you're drinking is from Highland Park Brewery.
Mhm.
Because our tradition is we do the brew fest and then we do like a little like pub crawl kind of thing at the local breweries in LA. So we always go to Highland Park Brewery. They always have a good beer. And then there's another one that's around the corner called Homage. Homage is also really like great brewery in LA. And they're all walking distance, so you can kind of walk because you're not driving, by the way. You're not driving after the beer fest.
No, no.
If you are driving, you will go to jail because it's you're drinking and driving. It's not a healthy thing. So we usually walk around and do a couple more pubs before we go back to our hotel. Try to stay the night there because again, you've been drinking all
What
day.
hotel do you stay in?
This time around, we're going to the Hotel Indigo. We go between the Intercontinental and the Indigo. They're both right there in downtown LA. Um, but I'm pretty excited. And we take our dog with us everywhere. He's very high maintenance, very needy animal. And so he travels with us all over the place, but we're leaving him home because it's just one night. We're going to leave him home all by himself.
You're leaving
I'm
Rogelio?
leaving Rogelio. He's going to be okay. He's like 10 years old. He's going to be all right for one night. And so it's like mom and dad get to go out with no kids. Don't judge me. He's fine. He's okay. Don't make me sad because I was even like, should we take the dog? And I'm like, what are we going to do with the dog while we're at the beer fest? Like, we can't leave him in the car. We can't take him with us. So what are we going to do with him? So
You better bring a dog bowl and fill that shit up. I mean, fill that up.
he'll be home. He'll be home. He probably appreciate. He always acts so funny when we leave. If we even go to like go out to dinner and come back, he like barks at us at the door, like, where the hell are you going? Ah! And then as soon as we leave, we watch him on the cameras. He's like, all right, the tools are gone. And then he goes and jumps on the couch because they're not allowed on the couch. And then he just like spreads out on the couch, balls down on the couch, like
Mhm.
living his best life.
That's right.
So that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna throw a house party with all the neighborhood dogs and like
Invite all the bitches over.
all the bitches are gonna be there and he's gonna be like, I got some puppy chops. Like who let the dogs out? I don't know. He's Snoop Dogg. I don't know what he's gonna do, but I'm just saying he's gonna be all right. We're gonna have a good time. Mom and dad out with no kids because he's our baby.
Oh,
So that's the whole moral of the story. You got a very elite beer from Mr. Salcedo, and he's not always real generous with his beer, so that speaks
okay.
volumes. Some
Yes.
people give pens, some people give beers. Either way, Carl won twice today.
I take it as a compliment. I work really hard to, well, I don't have to work really hard, but I mean, I take it as a compliment that people donate shit to me. I mean,
Yeah.
so if anybody wants to donate to me, I do not have a snazzy website, but I do have a LinkedIn with my name, Carl Raven, PhD, and um,
Follow,
my email is carlito24@gmail.com. I mean, you know,
because he's a G.
that's right. Mhm.
Yeah, reach out, reach out.
So you've been back and forth to Kern County these last couple weeks, huh?
I never skipped a vote now in Kern County. I've spent so much time here over the last several months that I'm on a first name basis with all the people at the restaurant. I'm on besties with the hotel staff. Um,
She's not lying, by the way.
no,
No, I saw it in action at the place we were at. They all knew her on a first name basis.
and one girl, you saw my friend Bree, the bartender. Uh, I said, this is our last day. I'm not going to see you for a while. And she came all the way around the bar to give me a hug because she said she's going to miss me.
Oh,
You know, I just honestly, you treat people well, they treat you well. And I like to treat people well and I like to be treated well. So I try to make friends everywhere I go. I like to leave a positive impression on people. I want their life to be better because they met me. And so she's always been sweet. I think I met Bree on her first day of work and she had no idea what the hell she was doing. And I just kept saying, it's all right, let's figure it out, let's figure it out. So she was really sweet. And so um yeah, I love Bree. But yeah, so I've been in Bakersfield a lot, but I've also been a little bit everywhere. Like I haven't really been home for more than a couple of days, but um I went home this weekend. I worked in Bakersfield for 3 days. I came home, I did an online training. And so Friday I had like several meetings kind of like back to back. So Friday wasn't really a day off, but I had to leave again on Sunday. So Saturday my plan was to do laundry, to unpack, repack so I could be ready for my trip on Sunday. And so Friday night we went out to dinner with a friend of ours and he had too much to drink. So my husband drove him home and then came back. So we needed to go on Saturday to take him his car back. And Friday night, so I'm gonna call it Friday night slash Saturday morning, like that in between. We were dead asleep. It's to me the middle of the night, and I heard the doorbell ring. And if you ever hear your doorbell ring at like an ungodly hour, my first panic, right? What the hell is happening? So I pull up my phone and I'm like, who's at the door? Like, who's at the door? Who's ringing the doorbell at this ungodly hour? Because it's really dark outside and I can't stand it. And so um, I look in the camera and I'm like telling my husband, there's a crackhead outside. Like they're just walking back and forth in our entryway. There's a crackhead out there. Like go, like you go, go tell us something. And so then the person got really close to my camera, put their face like in my camera, and then I was like, oh shit, that's my brother. Now, my brother lives in Oregon, so it's not like usual for my brother to show up when it's dark outside unexpectedly. So I was like, "Oh, go open the door. That's my crackhead brother. Let him in." So my brother had driven through the night. My sister-in-law's grandparents live in Menifee, yeah, and so she's been trying to like visit them more often because her grandparents are getting older and whatever. So they stopped on their way to see the grandparents, and they brought coffee and donuts. And I realized it was not the middle of the night; it was 5:30 in the morning. But um,
It's still light enough.
I'm not a wake up at 5:30 kind of person unless I got a flight to catch. That's the only time I'm up that early.
Yeah.
So, anyways, they were there. They brought my kids, and I call them my kids. They weren't like my physical kids, but they're children that are my children. So they brought my niece and nephew, and I just like love on them kids so much. And they stayed until probably about 8:39, and then we went to go lay back down again because both of us were like, "Oh my God, it's so soft." So then we had to go take our friend his car back in Banning. We actually went to Beaumont, which is where you were at.
That's right.
Yeah. So I didn't know you were there. I would have invited you to come breakfast with us. So we go take our friend the car back, and then we came back home after we went and had lunch, came back home, and then we were going to meet my brother and his wife and kids for dinner again. So when we went home, we took like a little nap.
Siesta.
And then we went back to have dinner. So I thought, okay, when I get home, I gotta pack. I haven't packed. So I packed a little bit Saturday night. And then I was gonna finish packing Sunday before I left, but we went to go have breakfast with them again. My brother and his kids. So we went to go have breakfast in Menifee, and we came home and we packed the car up and we're ready to go. So then we go to pick up our rental car and we get to Ontario, and I realized I didn't bring my clothes. Oops. These very perfectly curated work clothes. I forgot. I have like a garment bag that I hang them up in. But I left it. So in the haste of like packing and being discombobulated from the visits and all the running around and stuff, left my clothes. And so it was like decision time. Like, okay, what do we do? Do we drive back 45 minutes to come back 45 minutes this way to go pick up the bag? Or what do we do? And I was like, you know what? Let's just find a Costco. I can go find some Costco pants and a Costco shirt. I have my underclothes because like my inner stuff I had in my suitcase. It's just the actual outfits were in the garment bag. So I'm like, I have socks, I have undies, I have all this stuff. I have my makeup bag, I have my hair stuff. Like I just need the clothes. So I went and bought some Costco outfits.
Go Kirkland.
Kirkland signature, baby. It's my signature look. When I'm on the red carpet, people are like, what are you wearing? What are you wearing? Kirkland signature, baby. So I got a nice little outfit for today. Tomorrow I have another outfit that I got from Costco, all for the bargain price of like $40 for two whole outfits.
Nice.
But yeah, I forgot my freaking clothes. Like I've forgotten so many things. I've forgotten a hairbrush before. I've forgotten like my toothpaste. I've forgotten like my makeup bag, but I've never forgotten my clothes before. That was first.
Do you ever double up on outfits if you're away the whole entire week, or do you have five or four or five distinct outfits or tops, or what's your deal?
It depends.
Okay.
So I don't like to repeat outfits in locations. So if I'm in like Bakersfield for 5 days, I bring five different outfits and shut your mouth, five different pairs of shoes because I won't be seen in the same shoes twice. It's just what I do. But for if I'm going to be in different places, then I can repeat outfits if I have access to laundry. It's like pants. okay, the pants I'll wear a couple of times if they're like not dirty, which most of the time I'm not shitting myself twice a day, so I'm pretty good with pants. But shirts I usually will get dirty because I'm a mess. And you sweat and stuff, and I won't wear a shirt twice, but I'll definitely repeat pants if I need to.
Yeah.
But I'm also the queen of I pack something and I don't love it, so I'll go buy a new outfit. If I'm not feeling what I brought, I'll go buy a new outfit. I'm not mad about it.
Get in where you fit in, right?
At Costco, what do I have to lose? $15 for a whole set?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I will. I'm like you. I don't like to repeat my outfits. If I'm
Hmm.
if I'm 3 days in Bakersfield, it's three pairs of pants, three shirts.
Hmm.
Same shoes though. I am not a shoe guy, but I got some Skechers that work. They fit right. They don't hurt my feet, so got some arch support in them, so I'm good. Right, but I will bring my UFOs.
Hmm.
So I got my flip flops. Anyway, so yeah, but if I'm somewhere else, like this week, I'm in Bakersfield today and tomorrow, and then I'm in Ventura Wednesday and Thursday. And Wednesday, I'm actually teaching virtually, so I'm in my hotel room teaching,
Hmm.
and so I don't wear pants, shorts. I wear shorts.
Because his legs get humid. Remember, his legs get humid.
I wear shorts because my shorts, here. And I have, so I've got house shorts, I've got outside shorts. Right? I wear my house shorts, right? And then I have a polo, right?
Hmm.
But then Thursday, I do have a different top, but I will wear um, the pants, the second pair of pants that I have 2 days in a row
Hmm.
or twice in a row, and it's just easier. Wednesday's pants are going to be I mean, Tuesday's pants will be Thursday's pants because once I take off Tuesday's pants, I can just put them over the chair and I don't have to iron them bitches anymore. So I'm good, right?
Hmm.
So that's how it works. Um, but if they're dirty, if they get like nachos on them, if I'm scooping nacho stuff, or there's a Tommy Burger or something, and there's friendly fire,
Hmm.
then I will wear my other pants, or like you mentioned, I will go use the hotel laundry.
Yeah.
So there's a method
Yeah.
to this. Because I always, especially when I'm flying, I flew in, I do not check bags.
No, same.
And so everything's a carry-on.
Hmm.
And so I make sure that my carry-on fits overhead. So I am very, very Marie Kondo, right? Make sure that it works.
I feel the same. I drive most places nowadays just because, like, I don't know, planes are falling out of the sky left and right. So I'm not real keen on flying. But if I do have to fly, I try to put everything in a carry-on. And so I will sometimes like be thoughtful about my shoes. Like again, most people don't care what you're wearing, but I also have to say, like, you're standing in front of a group of people who are just staring at you all day. So like what you wear matters. I hate to be vain about it, but like it's the reality of this work is that people are looking at you all day. So you have to like be put together. This is why like sometimes I'll go do wardrobe changes because if I'm feeling like uncomfortable in my clothes or maybe my shirt doesn't fit the way that I imagined it. Like I don't want to stand in front of people feeling self-conscious. And so I'll people would be like, "Did you have somewhat different this morning?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I did a whole wardrobe change at lunchtime." I'm like famous for like going to get new stuff and but I have to feel comfortable. I can't be if I don't feel confident in front of people, like how do I, you know, present information when I'm feeling like my buttons are fighting for their life right now or
Exactly. Yeah. No, I hear you. I hear you. You know, but I used to when I was wearing um like dress clothes 4 or 5 days a week, I had a Monday outfit and a Tuesday. Some guy, sorry, but right, but it was because no one was staking out my toes, so you know, and looking at my nails or anything else like that. Although I did work hard on them bitches. Oh no, look at her, she's all glammed out. I do take care of my eyebrows though.
that.
I do my eyebrows. I have to.
You know, it's funny, like my you met my loving husband. He's got a big delicious beard. And he's got like three hairs. We're just talking about that he's bald, but he has like three hairs that go across the top. But
Everybody.
he knows it's not a secret. Um, but like
The damn thing wrong with his head.
no, it's not. I love him bald. It's beautiful. I love everything about him. But when I will tell him because he's got hair on the back, but he keeps it pretty short. But there are times where it gets long because he's frugal. Frugal is the word I'm going to use. And so he'll be like, I'm not going to go pay $30 for a haircut. I got four hairs that they're going to cut, and it's going to take them 5 minutes, and they're going to charge me the same as someone that they're, whatever. So he will go forever without a haircut, and I'll be like, dude, I'm embarrassed to be around you. Your beard's scruffy. You're like you look like you're one like step away from having a cardboard sign. Like go take care of yourself. And so like moving to Mexico has been really great for us because he found a place that will do like hair, beard, and they like line up his beard, they trim it, they clean up everything, do his haircut. They do a little steam facial, it's like $16.
Yeah.
And so I can convince him to spend the $16
Yeah,
to
yeah.
do all of that. But like here in the US, the cheapest we can find is like $30, $45. And that's like bottom of the basement, like beard and hair care.
Yeah, because my guy's 60 and I give him a $15
Yeah.
tip.
Yeah. So he's like, I don't have enough hair to justify paying $60 for a haircut.
Yeah.
But he's like, but 16? I could do 16. So that's why sometimes I'll tell him like your hair is getting a little scruffy right here if I can pull it. Because sometimes I grab him and I pull his hair. And that's how we show love. So nobody call cops on it. It's fine.
I'm actually kind of liking the top of my head right now in a way that I haven't let it grow out like this in a minute. So, but I do like to keep it tidy on the sides, and I'm starting to grow a mullet, and mixed people with a mullet just don't work 'cause that shit. I used to try to grow long hair in high school, thought it was a rocker, and it just curled up in the back. It looked like a Monchichi. That was Monchichi. So you don't want to see my eighth grade picture. It wasn't cute. So, but just trying to make that work for you when you're a kid. Actually, it was sixth grade, and I was cute, but I did have a munchy cheek cut, right? But so yeah, I mean, I'm getting to that age where I still have enough hair to warrant a $75 cut. And my guy and I, the barber, it's not just about the cut; it's the experience. It's conversation. It's a conversation. It's the lining up, but not just the lining up, just the spending time making sure that it's lined up, and then it's the facial spritz with the astringent perfume type of thing that just makes you feel just all glammed out. And yeah, so I leave feeling like a fresh man.
My cat called Mr. Salcedo like an MFer when he comes out of that barber. I'm like, ooh, look at that beard, looking all, oh, look at that line, ooh, look at that hairline, look at that little cut in the back. So I gas him up a whole lot when he gets out of there.
And I did my line today, and I realized my line's a little off. I need to go see now. I was holding. I haven't got a haircut. So I was
It's tricky. I lined mine up too.
Yeah.
I lined mine.
I noticed that. Yeah, yeah, it's working. But I haven't got a cut since Super Bowl Sunday, so it's time. It's time. You can't a black man can't take that long. It just doesn't work. So, but yeah, so you've been around and about, and I've been. I was local. I spent one night in Fresno last week, but I was in Placerville, El Dorado County. Got hailed on.
Oh yeah, that's bad.
It was, I mean, it looked like when I was coming, it looked like I was coming out of Sierras when I was driving back, just all the ice. And then went to Fresno, and then I taught in Yuba City. So I was teaching 2 days out or 3 days out, 2 days in yes. And then on Friday I taught till 5 o'clock. And then my wife and I got in the car. I got changed on my last break, took a shower at lunch, got changed on my last break. And as soon as we were done, we got in the car and went down to Oakland on her birthday to go see Joe. Joe and Music Soul Child and Eric Benet. And we'd seen Music Soul Child. We saw Music Soul Child with Dope. So and her husband. And that was fun. We said we wouldn't see him again, but he was with Joe, so we saw him again. But but that was fun, and the Paramount Theater's so nice, so cool, so chill. And then we got back in the car, got home about 12:30, and got up at I got up at 5:20. I think my wife got up half an hour before that. She packed that night, maybe got about 3 hours sleep, got her to the airport, and she got on her plane. She flew to Atlanta. She's in Atlanta right now. I went back home, packed my stuff, got about an hour's worth of sleep. I meant to get an hour's worth of sleep, slept for an hour and a half, and my buddy who was picking me up to go to the airport was waiting outside the car. So I rushed, got everything done, and I realized I was short one pair of underwear, one pair of socks. So this segment is brought to you by Trailer Park.
My dad, my dad used to always say that. I swear my dad was a clown and he would be like, "Oh, you're going for 4 days, you only need two pairs of chonies, you just turn them inside out and they're like brand new." But that's probably why I packed 400 pairs for a 3-day trip. My husband even, we were talking about this when we went out to eat. Like when I packed for him, uh, like first of all, I told him I can't pack for you anymore because he never likes what I pick out for him. He
Hmm.
never likes it. So I'm like, let me dress you like a Bratz doll. And he's like, why did you put this shirt and these shorts together? Like he always hates it. So one time I packed for him and we get to our location and he's like, uh, where did you put my shirts? What's like, I never forgot.
That's good.
So I had like four pairs of shorts because he's like you, he gets humid legs. The
Yeah.
only time he wears pants is with one. So I brought like four pairs of shorts, about 20 pairs of boxers, and no shirts for him. And I was like, cut a hole in the middle and put your arms through the leg holes. He's like, I'm not doing that. So we just went and found, we probably went to Costco if I had to get. Costco's like the go-to when you need like clothes.
I have a Kirkland shirt. I have a Kirkland product shirt.
I mess with Costco
Mm,
hardcore.
good.
I found some really good stuff at Costco. And you know what's funny? I recognize other people's Costco clothes. So there was a girl last week in Bakersfield. She was wearing like this purple shirt. I went to whisper because I don't know how comfortable people feel about like where they shop. And I was like, "Is that Costco?" She's like, "Yeah, it's Costco shit. I got 25." So I don't know. I'm at that age where Costco clothes are where it's at, but they were super comfortable, and I'm happy. I got zero regrets.
What do you think?
Zero regrets. Would I do it again? Yes. But you know, it's good. The good news. I'm always like trying to look at the bright side. I've already got two outfits picked out for next week, so I'm pretty much packed. I'm ahead of schedule right now. I'm ahead of schedule. All I got to do is put clean chones in the back of the suitcase. Take out the dirty ones, put the clean ones in, and I'm ready to go. Boom, boom.
Because I got to do that too. Like I got to be in Madeira
I'll be there.
next Monday.
I'll be there next Thursday.
Ah! So I'll be in Madeira next Monday,
Mhm.
and then teaching from home the 2 days after that, and then I'm back in Tulare, Visalia Thursday, and here in Baco on Friday. Then go home. I have a gig that Saturday, and then that Sunday I'm going to a surprise birthday party in the Bay Area.
Before they're gonna hear
That's
me.
right. I'm not telling Uncle Jimmy it's 90th birthday.
Oh,
He won't listen anyway.
okay.
But
Happy birthday, Uncle
but my
Jimmy.
cousin Gail might, so I'm gonna be there. I have an RSVP, but I'm RSVPing here.
Yeah.
So
So if you don't
you
listen to the podcast, that's your own fault.
it's not because he's still listening. Absolutely.
If she loved you, she'd listen to your podcast.
That's
I'm just saying.
she talked to my mom, so I mean she can talk to my mom, she can, but no, she reached out to me. I just have terrible at that. I'm terrible at returning phone calls. And yeah, so you guys, if you ever call me or if you text me and I haven't returned, just know I love you. I'm stupid, right? But and then I have to go back to Madeira that next Monday.
Okay.
I'm a busy boy. I was telling Tiff at dinner, I said, I haven't had a day, literally a day where I have nothing to do and it's completely up to me in at least 3 weeks. I haven't had a Saturday or Sunday where I don't do anything. And I need a day where I don't do anything. This Friday, I had a class canceled, and my wife is coming back from Atlanta Saturday. Friday is a Carl don't do shit day.
It's a good day.
Well, it's supposed to be a Carl, don't do shit day, but I'm sure something's gonna happen.
You know what? You have a choice of that. Don't do shit. How about that? Try it. Self-care.
Yes, I do need to. Wellness is something I teach.
Don't tell people you're not working and make it your job to relax.
And that's true because this isn't going to come out Saturday.
We'll see. We'll follow up. We'll have to see if we follow through with don't do shit Friday for Carl. Like those are days are important. I had my don't do shit day like last weekend. I worked in person and then I came home and did a virtual day. And so the very next day I didn't have anything scheduled. And again, the camouflage sweatpants came on. Once I put those camouflage sweatpants, that's a signal to the world. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing shit. Don't ask me for shit. Don't invite me to shit because I'm not doing shit. Those are my don't do shit sweatpants. Yep. And my husband was like, "What are we gonna do today?" I said, "This. We're doing this." Yeah. And we watched the whole season of 1883 from beginning to end. We didn't move. We kept the couch.
Did you watch that before?
I had never watched it before. It was really good. Really good. It was okay. Well, let me tell you, Taylor Sheridan is the P Diddy of westerns. So not like I'm not saying he molests people, but I'm saying that like maybe he does. I don't know that well, but there's no evidence. This is allegedly no. This is why I say he's the Diddy of like westerns. You remember when like the West Coast, East Coast like drama came out and like Death Row was like, we don't need producers all up in the videos. We don't need our producers all up in the songs. So Taylor Sheridan is like literally the producer all up in the videos. We were watching 1883 and my husband's like, that guy right there, who's that? Who's that? Who's that? And I'm like, that's Taylor Sheridan all up in the video. He plays one of the characters in 1883.
Yeah, yeah.
One of the characters in the other.
Oh, and Lioness, and yeah,
He
was the star of the last season of Yellowstone. So
exactly. So,
yeah.
so the moral of the story, Taylor Sheridan, write your scripts. Oh shoot, I disappeared. I got lost in San Francisco. Write your scripts. We don't need to see you in everything. Taylor Sheridan. Pick a struggle, bro. Pick a struggle.
Wait,
No Diddy vibes.
it might be very well that the reason that he's so prolific is because as an actor, he wouldn't get a lot of love. So he's like, I'm gonna write my own shit so I can star in my own shit.
True. But let me just say from a let's take this back to what we're here for.
Right.
A leadership perspective. If I have a manager or supervisor who like comes in to try to be the hero and be all up in the mix of what I'm involved in,
All up in the video.
all up in the videos, all up in the background. And there's another one, DJ Khaled, like at some point people are gonna get sick of you. Like, let me do my thing. You sign me to your record label. Let me make my songs. Why do you gotta come in and insert yourself? For example, we hypothetically, allegedly create a lot of stuff that people put their name on that didn't do any of the work. I mean, allegedly. I didn't want to say it here, but you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Like,
Well,
contributor, like, what did you contribute besides a lot of lata? Like, I don't know what the heck. I'm getting lost in the city here. It's all right. I'm a ghost. But yeah, like it's frustrating. It's frustrating. There we go. It's frustrating, I think, for people who like put a lot of work into it, and then here comes the boss. Like, let me come in and be one of the people. It like discredits the people who are like you hired to do the job. So like again, I'm not saying he's not a good actor. I really liked him in Sons of Anarchy. I really did like him in Sons of Anarchy as the little wannabe good sheriff. I don't know if you remember that. And so I'm not saying he's not a good actor. I'm just saying like Taylor Sheridan. This message is for Taylor Sheridan and Taylor Sheridan only. You don't got to be in every freaking show that you write. I'm just saying. Leave it up to the people that you hire and that you cast to do the storytelling, and you write your scripts and do your producing and directing, and like stay out of the costume chair. That's all I'm saying, Taylor. We don't need to see you anymore. We got the picture. We got the picture.
Taylor, real G's move in silence.
That's right.
Mhm. All right.
Just like you, Taylor. And
I didn't say that.
I did. And I want to know another thing. Why are all the actresses in his Western shows blonde? Like they didn't have other hair colors of heroines and
I don't say nothing about the man because he took out the entire Syrian army. So I'm not in Lioness. He shot down the entire battalion of the Imperial Russian or the Imperial Republic Guard. So I'm not no. Taylor, you're all right in my book, bro.
dance in a box and so what? I still don't have no respect. So um
Been around the world.
let Mace have his moment. I'm just saying, sometimes as a leader, you gotta let other people shine. And if you feel like you gotta take all the shine, go see your therapist. That's all I'm gonna say.
Ain't no sunshine. All right. So Tiff,
What's up?
held my hot little hand. Our question. So the question is, what is your favorite quote?
Ooh, oh gosh, darn it. Oh, ooh, so many. I'm a quote person. I
Hmm?
don't know if you've known that about me, but I love like good one-liners. I resonate with words. What's my favorite quote? Very situational. I never have just one answer. But I'm gonna go with the one that comes to my mind first, the one I probably use the most often. If you stay flexible, you never get bent out of shape. I think that's my favorite one. If you stay flexible, you never get bent out of
If
shape.
you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
Right. But I just think about like being flexible, like life happens, right? And we don't have a lot of control over like how life happens. But I'm all about the pivot. Like for any friends have pivot, pivot, right? So I'm all about the pivot. So when life happens, like if you're able to pivot and move through it and just stay flexible, like this is what I planned, but it's not working. Let's try something else. I feel like life is just so much easier to navigate through when you can be flexible. I'm not saying that there aren't spaces where you have to be really rigid. There are some things like you're not going to be flexible about. Like, for example, if you told me you're going to pay me X amount of dollars and then you tell me, like, let's be flexible, I'm going to pay you half of that, like, there's going to be some rigidity. Like, keep your word. So, but I gotta say, there's a lot of things in life where maybe things don't meet our expectations and you just navigate through it. So that's my number one favorite. I have a number two though. That's a close second. And that is from the great Jillian Michaels, the fitness guru.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Biggest loser?
it is. But let me tell you, I have like, I don't want to like go into the whole story, but here I go. Like, have you ever wanted to be like go on a fitness journey where you,
Gone on several of them.
I've been going on different journeys for 40 something years, but one year I was like, I'm gonna get fit this year. This is my year. And I went and I found like all of the Jillian Michaels DVDs at the Dollar Tree, which should have been my first time, but whatever. So I bought them. I bought the whole collection. And these were when they were still on DVD. So I go home and there was one that was like shredded in 30. And I'm like, I could get shredded in 30. I want to get shredded in 30. So I put this DVD in and I start to do the workout. And within like a couple of minutes, I'm sweat, baking grease. I'm like really spiked for my life, but I'm like, I'm gonna stick with it. And then she says, all right, we're all warmed up. Let's get started. And I said, absolutely not, Jillian Michaels. You have me fucked up. Okay. So I sat down, I got some popcorn. I decided, let me watch what they do next. Let me like get acclimated to the process so I can like see if my body moves that way. And I watched the rest of the video from the comfort of my couch. But I'm really glad I did because one of the things that she said at the end was like so incredibly profound that it stuck with me ever since. And it was effort without purpose feels like punishment. Effort without purpose feels like punishment. And so I think about that from a work perspective because like sometimes we get so stuck in like doing the work that we forget like why we're doing it or what the value of that work is. And so specifically like from a human services perspective, like there's a lot of tasks. Like there's so many things that have to get done from a legislative level, like rules, regulations, policies, and procedures that don't always make sense. They have to get done in order to like help the people. So it's a process and it's a complicated and like ever changing process. And so when all we do is talk about like you didn't do this, you got to finish this report, you have these tasks, you have this, and this to do, you missed this, you made this error, like all of this like emphasis on productivity and all this emphasis on doing that we don't talk about like the purpose of it. Like, what's the value? How does it impact people? How does it impact our communities? How does it impact families? How does it impact the kids? How does it impact, elderly people? We don't talk about that part of it. So after a while, people get like super jaded to like all of the effort that goes into the work that we do. And so when I'm like, oh, Carl, you're super efficient and you have finished your 20 tasks, here's 10 more, instead of thinking like, oh, that's 10 more families I get to help, or that's 10 more people who will have a hot meal tonight, or 10 more people that will have access to healthcare. It's like, why do I got to do 10? I already did my 20. Like now like my reward for being good at my work is you give me more work because it's going to feel like punishment. So this is why I prefer to be very purpose driven, in the sense that like yes it's a lot of work, but why are we here, like what's the outcome that we're hoping for, and then keeping that in mind and keeping that in conversation. Because if you tell me like you need to do 10 more applications because we're behind, I might be like, I'm not doing shit, how about that, you know but if you say, are you interested in helping us make sure that these elderly and disabled families have more access to food? Well, I'm down for that. Like, I want to help the elderly and disabled people, but it's not more work, it's purpose driven.
Yeah.
And so that one has resonated. I have many, many more, but those two come to mind the most. What about you?
So for me, I have two, and I'm a big Muhammad Ali guy. And so he's one of he was my dad's idol, and I just doing the work with him, he's become somebody that is one of my idols and somebody that I really admired. And so there's been a few different
Mhm.
quotes along the way that's really resonated. Maybe what really resonates with me right now is this quote that said, "The man who views his life at 50 the same as he did when he was 20 has wasted 30 years of his life."
Mm, mm,
And that is super powerful. It's something that super resonates with me right now. Just thinking about that idea, because I tend to say, I feel like I'm the same guy I was when I was 15, right? And I mean, with the just more perspective, more self-awareness, and more patience.
mhm.
But, I don't necessarily, I mean, I know some of the insecurities I had, and it just, I think that's just I do see things differently. I feel things differently now than I did. And I mean, I am that person. I can remember those things, and I can remember those recall those emotions and the memories. It's like that. And I feel the same way I do for my friends and my acquaintances from then. But how I view the world and how I interact with the world is much more um, it's much more responsible,
Mhm.
much more purpose driven, like you mentioned,
Yeah,
right? And much more assured of who I am and what I contribute to the world.
yeah, yeah.
So, it's I think a lot of people just, well, I'm the same person. It's kind of surface level. What are you? How different are you? And what are the things? If you are the same person you were when you were 15, you're probably shallow and immature.
Right. Exactly.
You're super insecure, right? And so, just thinking about that, it really has helped me. But then when we talk about work,
Mhm.
there's a quote that I heard from Fred Kaufman, who's a conflict resolution expert,
Mhm.
and he said it in a video that I show in a class. But I looked it up, and it's attributed to President Teddy Roosevelt,
Mhm.
and he said, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care." And that's such an important piece, especially in what we do in human services and case management and leadership, right? I mean, you can you can be knowledgeable, you can have all the techniques and have all the resources, but people are not going to hear you if you're not hearing them. And for you to show that you're hearing people by acknowledging their humanity, and showing empathy. Once you do that, it's not just that they're going to hear you. It opens up so many doors where, you hear them, they respect what you say, they also trust what you say, right? And they believe that you have their best interest in mind. And it seems, just my career, I'm sure, my career is, you're not too much further behind than me in terms of years in this game. Is it's been based off of that. And just recognizing what is it that I do? Why am I doing it? And, I mean, conversation we had today in class, what motivates you past the paycheck, right? We've had that discussion and so if the paycheck motivates you, great. But the paycheck does not make you work harder when you're at work. It just keeps you there, right? So what is it that is activating your fulfillment at work, your enjoyment of work, your passion to do what it is you do? Because if you don't have passion and a sense of fulfillment and purpose when you're in human services, the people who most need your help in your community suffer directly from it. And so that's my mission, man. That's what I believe in. That's my ethos. That's how I move in this world is how do I help people to have that feeling that you matter and how can I help show you how much you do that?
I
So
believe that too.
that's what I work towards. That's why, take them trips and, do these crazy trips into all these glorious and luxurious places like
Bakersfield's popping though. Look, we have some really good chicharrones at lunch here. If you if you don't know the chicharrones, I'm saying deep fried pork belly. Um,
twice fried.
twice fried. Once boiled, twice fried.
Once boiled, try my. Once boiled,
Twice fried. This is this is why we thickums. This is why we're thickums. But I'm not mad about twice fried pork belly. It was delicious. Delicious. But no, I agree with you. I don't love everybody. I mean, I'm not dishonest about that. Like I love humanity in general, but um like I love the idea of like working with the willing. And I can't change everybody's heart and everybody's mind. But one of the things I really do try to do, kind of in those same lines, is I do care about people genuinely. And so I want people to feel good about themselves, but I'm not going to bullshit you. So if you are not doing right, like I care about you enough to tell you the truth. Like we were talking about smells. Remember, we were talking about
Yeah.
smell. We won't call anybody out, but we were talking about like people with smells and how hard it is to talk to people about not smelling good or smelling too good. There's a balance. And I'm like, I'll have those conversations with people. And it's not comfortable. It's not something I like look forward to, but I also feel like everyone deserves an opportunity to like have some awareness around how other people are perceiving them. And I care enough about you to give you an opportunity to change, right? I'll give you the gift, like www.givingthegiftcoaching.com. I'm willing to give you the gift even if it remains unopened. And so I can share information with you with no strings attached. And what you choose to do with it is completely up to you. But I don't ever want anyone to feel like I didn't care enough to tell you. Like, again, someone's got spinach in their teeth or their, shirt got toilet paper hanging out the back of their pants. Like, I'll be the one to tell a complete stranger, like, hey, like, you got some stuff going on, or hey, get that thing out there. Like I told even you today, you had a little lemon in your eyebrow. Like, hey, I can't let you walking around looking like that because I do care about people and I want them to do well. But not everybody's receptive to that. And that for them, live your best life.
And I hear you. I do care. I care about people, and I'm going to try my best. I know I can't save everybody, but
I can't save anybody.
can't save anyone.
I can't
But I mean, I can't make a difference in every person's life, but it doesn't mean that I can't try.
exactly.
And that I can give my best effort. And so
Yeah. Give the
that's
gift.
that's right. So
Give
giving the gift, we've seen that on the next one forward, it's in that account. Yes.
That's remix. Where's Diddy's gonna come up in the video right now?
All up in the video.
Don't worry, Diddy. I get nervous.
Around the world and yeah.
I'm getting all nervous. I'm gonna got my back to the wall just in case. I don't want to manifest. You don't say it 3 times in a mirror.
What you don't see in the background is all this baby oil behind us.
Allegedly. Allegedly. When did we become these people? I don't care.
This concludes part 1 of our episode. Stay tuned for part 2, coming Tuesday to all major podcast platforms.